Normally I would do a deck profile with real cards for this, but I don't have all the cards for this in one place at the moment. So this will be a bit of a quick one, but this is my updated Heatsoul Kashtira deck for the Phantom Nightmare meta. At the end of this video, I will also put the side patterns on the screen. For the Cyburst combo lines, refer to the video in the description, since that part along with the extra deck has not changed. I'm still playing the main engine of Unicorn, Fenrir, Rysart, and I still like Ogre and Prep. I think they're pretty good, though they are more cuttable now. I think they are still pretty helpful for grind games. Then we have our 4 planets with 3 Theosis and 3 buff. Sometimes drawing too many of these can result in your bad hands, but at the same time, drawing these cards also helps you play through hand traps. And hand traps are pretty popular right now. Then we have the Prep to grab off Ogre, and I play 3 Prosperity, and I also play the 1 Desire still. I believe I played this in all of the regional builds, and I still do not fully trust the consistency of Kashtira, which is why I play this, but you don't have to play this. If you were to cut this, a good replacement would probably be a 13th hand trap, since currently I play only 12, which is a lot, but might also be less than what you expect. The reason being is that if you have only Ash or only Imperm, of course their turn isn't going to end most of the time, but their end board is going to be quite a bit weaker, since it will prevent Pure Snake Eye from getting to Jet Synchron, and it will prevent Fire King Snake Eye from normally getting to Ponyx. And if you want to hold Imperm because you find there's no good place to hand trap or you're afraid of Kirin, then you can hold this instead as a pseudo board breaker. I play only 2 draw for 2 reasons. The first reason is that it conflicts with Shifter, and the other reason is I think it's not actually that incredible right now. Since Snake Eye can still do quite a lot through draw, because of this, I'm choosing to not even side with a 3rd copy. In previous builds on the channel where I have mained 2, I've sided with a 3rd one, but I don't actually think draw is that insane, at least in Kashtira, to warrant playing more of it. Instead of a 3rd draw, for the 12 hand trap, I play 1 Bell, because this is at worst a level 3 tuner to make flow with, and it's also pretty good against the effects of Flamberge, and it's also decent against the non-fire decks too, like Labyrinth and Voiceless Voice. Instead of playing 14 hand traps, I'm playing 2 talents, because I think that hand traps are so popular right now, but I want to have this card in my main deck because it's not bad to have going second. Going first, it will be alive most of the time because most decks play a bunch of hand traps. One of the main reasons to play a bit of a mixture in hand trap ratios is so that when we make Heatsoul, we have a bit more of a variety of hand traps we can draw into, which isn't so much the case in this list, but in previous builds I've played stuff like 2 Nibiru and 2 Bell, and I've quite commonly played 2 draw. I haven't done any proper testing with this yet, but I feel quite comfortable with this so far. And then onto the side deck we have 3 Cosmic. I actually like this card a lot going second against Snake Eye, because either you chain this to Flamberge to banish the IP or Formula Synchron, or against the Viking build in particular, you can hit the island to forcefully nuke their field. And also for the Viking build, we play Soul Release. So against Fire King Snake Eye going second, I put in these 5. And against Pure Snake Eye going second, I put in 3 Cosmic and 2 Storm. Storm is generally here for the non-fire decks, but I think it's also pretty good against Pure Snake Eye, because it will worst case trade with a negate from Floor or Savage. I would not put in Duster against Pure Snake Eye since it does not have the same utility of being able to hit their monsters. This card of course is not amazing against Pure Snake Eye, so if Pure Snake Eye does become a lot more popular, then I would consider playing a bit more of a tailored side deck to account for that as well. For our going first cards we have 2 Deflector, 2 D-Barrier, and 3 Judgment. So the idea with this is that going first I want to be taking out 5 cards, which is normally 3 Imperm, and then 2 of the hand traps which I like the least, and then putting in 3 Judgment, and then either 2 D-Barrier or 2 Deflector, depending on the matchup. There are also matchups like Branded and the Mirror match where I would side into both Deflector, D-Barrier, as well as Judgments. And then the extra deck has remained the same. For side patterns, the main thing is that normally going second, we take out Desires, and then these 4 cards. Instead of siding out Desires, you could take out 1 Rysart. The issue with keeping in Desires going second is that it might lean harder into Droll or Anti-Spell. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, despite it being a bit shorter than usual. If you have not already, consider pressing the big red button, as there is more videos for the TCG on the way. And yeah, adios.